Well, well, well. We finally got our first Direct of 2023. After that last Direct that we got in September of 2022, I would say that there was a lot riding on this one, because the last one they did wasn't so well received. But I gotta say, for the most part, I think Nintendo delivered with this one. It was pretty damn good. Unless you're a fan of a certain gorilla in a necktie. But you know what? That happens every Nintendo Direct. I'm used to it. So let's get into this. I'm going to talk about the stuff that I really liked and maybe a few things that I really hated. Now, I'm not going to cover everything. I'm not going to cover the whole Direct. I'm literally just going to talk about the highlights for good or bad. Well, first of all, this Direct opened strong with Pikmin 4. Honestly, I'm a little surprised. I didn't think we were going to get more information on Pikmin 4. I thought it was going to be one of those things where we saw the trailer in September and then it would just go radio silent on it for who knows how long, and then we would see it pop up maybe in the middle of the year. But starting off in the beginning of this year with Pikmin 4, hype, okay? The game looks great, it looks beautiful. One of the things I was bitching about last time was the fact that we saw no gameplay at all, which, of course, this time that was rectified. We got to see lots of gameplay. We got to see the Ice Pikmin, a new Pikmin. That's fun. I wonder what other Pikmin types they're going to throw in there. We got to see that we get a little diggly dog that kind of reminds me of Poochie from the Yoshi series. He's like Poochie's weird brother. But, I mean, he's pretty adorable. And I like how you get to hitch a ride on him, swimming around in the water, so you get to actually take your Pikmin, ferry them around on your little pooch. It's cute. It's great. It seems very familiar. Doesn't look like it does anything too crazy, but then again, you know, we only saw one trailer, so who knows, but I'm very excited for it. I was a little surprised to see Samba de Amigo on the Switch. I remember that shit on the Dreamcast. It's honestly a series that makes a lot of sense on the Switch with the Joy-Cons. You can use them like the maracas and dance around, so that's pretty cool. It's not something I'm really into, but it's neat to see that franchise pop up again. Dead Cells Return to Castlevania looks good as shit. Dead Cells is honestly an indie game that I haven't really played very much. I think I tried a little bit of it, but I didn't really get into it. And I definitely need to change that because I'm hype as shit for this. I love Castlevania. The gameplay looks good. Any remixes of the music is automatically great with me because I love the soundtrack. So yeah, easily a really hype announcement for me. I think this is awesome. I really don't know how to feel about this Tron game. I really don't know what the gameplay is for it. It's weird looking. My wife seems to be excited for it, and that's cool. And I love Tron. It's like one of my favorite Disney franchise films, if you want to call it that. But the game seems confusing to me, but it's really cool to see Tron having a little bit of a comeback. There was actually quite a bit of Disney presence in this Direct. There was at least 3 games that I can remember off the top of my head, including this Tron game, that were Disney. Kind of strange. I don't know. Just thought I'd point that out. There was also a decent amount of JRPGs in this Direct as well. That's something I honestly don't really have a whole lot of experience in. I'm very specific with the JRPGs that I enjoy, and I don't tend to usually go outside of the ones that I really like. Like, I really like Dragon Quest, I really like Final Fantasy. I usually don't tend to go too far outside of those. Some of these caught my eye, but I'm not really going to cover any of them really in this video very much, because again, I just don't really care to. Octopath Traveler 2 looks really good. I played a little bit of the first game. It's definitely a game I should try to put more time into because it's a beautiful game. I mean, the second one looks good. Sea of Stars also looked like a good one. I really like the art style. The way the pixel art looked fantastic. That seems like one I could probably get into as well. And of course, the sizzle reel towards the end had the Tales of Symphonia remaster, which I actually am really excited for that. That's one that I played a shit ton on the GameCube, so I'm really, really hyped for that one. But other than that, all the other JRPGs in the Direct really didn't catch my eye too much. Now look, I'll be honest. I don't give 2 shits about Bayonetta. I played the first game, I didn't really care for it that much, and I haven't played any of them since. But I would be a dirty, stinking liar if I said that this Bayonetta game did not intrigue me. It actually looks pretty good. I'm a goddamn sucker for good adventure games, and this looks pretty intriguing, okay? The fact that you have this demon that, like, fights for you, and Bayonetta's not really a combat character, but she uses, like, spells to defend and slow enemies, that's pretty cool. This game definitely is on my radar. And I will admit that it's cool to see the Bayonetta franchise branching out and going beyond the whole, like, Devil May Cry God of War style game type. So yeah, I'm definitely intrigued by that one. Of course, we got an announcement for Splatoon 3 DLC, which is a shock to absolutely nobody. I can guarantee you everyone expected DLC for that game. It's only one of Nintendo's fastest growing franchises in terms of a new franchise. So yeah, definitely we're getting that. I mean, Splatoon 3 is a good game, so, you know, that's cool. I enjoy it. I like the multiplayer more than I care for the single-player stuff. But yeah, nothing too shocking, that's for sure. God damn, Advance Wars is finally coming out. Holy shit. It's still kind of annoying that it's coming out in April. Like, good lord, how long are they gonna drag this one out? Like, this game has been delayed, what, twice? 3 times? They should have just plugged that bitch in at the end of February or at the beginning of March. But it is what it is. At least it's coming out, right? I mean, finally. Now, here we go. We're getting into the hype stuff now, the real big hype shit. As the Direct went on, I will say it got increasingly more, like, exciting. I mean, there were a few down moments, obviously, but this was some hype-ass shit. Finally, it's over. I don't have to see Metroid Prime HD show up on every single fake leak list in the world, because it's finally here, and it's pretty fantastic. In fact, I would go as far as to say that it might be one of the greatest remasters Nintendo has done in a long-ass time, for a couple reasons, actually. The big thing is they actually legitimately made the visuals better. They didn't just pull the lazy bullshit and up the fidelity and slap this bitch on a cartridge. No, they actually redid the visuals, and it looks beautiful. It looks amazing. It makes me not want to go back and play my original copy, because this one looks way better. But wait, just when you thought it couldn't get any better than this, it actually somehow does. Now, some of you may want to sit down for this. Nintendo is charging $40 for it. Holy shit. I saw the price for this game on the eShop, and I had to fucking rub my eyes and look again. I pinched my arm because I thought I was fucking dreaming. Nintendo charged a fair amount for an HD remaster, and a good ass HD remaster on top of that. Congratulations, Nintendo, you get the gold star. They followed this up with Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe, in which case they're adding new content. It's like Malagor. You can play as Malagor and do some little adventure. That's cool. I mean, if you're gonna do any kind of these remasters, ports, whatever, added content is always good. I will always love the fact that you're adding content to it. It makes it worth money, and I love that. That's great. This looks good because of the added content. I know a lot of people like Return to Dreamland, so, you know, I know a lot of people are excited for it, and I'm a little bit more down to buy this game now that I see that there's the extra bit added in. That's what makes these ports good, Nintendo. Keep doing these things, okay? That's why Bowser's Fury was so good in Mario 3D World, okay? This shit makes it feel like you're playing a brand new game and not just a port. So as long as they keep doing this stuff, fantastic. The hype, of course, continued with the announcement of Game Boy games and Game Boy Advance games coming to the Nintendo Switch Online, and once again, holy shit, finally. That's all I have to say. They finally did it. This was something that I was bitching about a few years ago. You can go back and look at my old videos and you'll see probably the most popular video I ever made, where I was talking about how Metroid Dread was exposing the fact that Nintendo didn't have any of the previous Metroid games on their own console. So you're playing a game that, you know, has a preceding storyline. In fact, one of those games was Fusion, that was important to Dread. And, you know, you couldn't even play it if you were a new player and you wanted to try to play the previous games. Nintendo didn't even have that available to you. But you know what? Now they're doing it. They're fixing the problem. And that's great. Okay, that makes my old video almost completely defunct. And that's fine. I'm happy about this. This does not make me angry at all. I am glad. What I do not like, however, is I am pretty tired of this whole Nintendo Switch Online expansion. This is bullshit. You know, I've talked about this before, but I kind of hate the fact that, you know, they're splitting this shit up. It's annoying to me. If you want to play Game Boy Advance, you have to shell out the extra money, which, you know, it is what it is. I will say this, though, at least with the addition of the Game Boy Advance games, I do personally feel that it does make the expansion pass more worth your money. I still don't think the expansion pass is worth $60. but at least the value for it now is looking a lot better with the addition of these Game Boy Advance games. But either way, this was a great move. I am very excited to play some classic Game Boy games that I enjoy. All right, Wario Land 3? Absolutely. Super Mario Land 2? Dude, incredibly excited. And the lineup of games that are coming after this definitely looks exciting. It's looking bright for Nintendo Switch Online, at least in terms of the game selection that you have available to you. So, awesome. Of course, we got our preview for Wave 4 of the Mario Kart DLC, and honestly, this one got me. Blew me away. Once again, Nintendo is doing exactly what I personally wanted to see. Not only are we getting an original course in the past with the Yoshi's Island course, which, first of all, amazing. I love Yoshi. I love the franchise. Yoshi's Island on SNES is one of my favorite games. So the fact that this course is literally modeled after that game and the music, chef's kiss. Okay, that's just fantastic. But then they hit me with the big one. Birdo. Goddamn, we're getting characters. This is something that I wanted from the start. I was hoping that we would see characters added in, and the fact that they're actually doing it is fantastic. Now, apparently there was like a press release or something where Nintendo said that they are going to be adding characters, returning characters from Mario Kart, which probably means that we already have an idea of what characters we're going to end up getting. It's definitely going to be characters that were in past games, which is great, because that means characters like Diddy Kong, Funky Kong, Petey Piranha, all those guys that were, you know, cut for some reason out of Mario Kart 8, I don't know why, have a good shot of getting back in. Thank goodness. This literally could make Mario Kart 8 easily the greatest one. That's it, the greatest one. The pass now, to me, is well worth the money. Okay, like, yeah, some of the tracks are lazy because they're just ports of Tour, but honestly, adding characters and doing original tracks is making up for it, in my opinion. So I am way more excited for the pass than I was before. So this was definitely an awesome announcement. Finally, the last thing I'm going to touch on is Tears of the Kingdom. I feel like I've seen so many trailers for Breath of the Wild 2 over the past few years. I'm kind of sick of it at this point, honestly. And don't get me wrong, I am extremely excited for this game. I love Breath of the Wild. I love Zelda. I'm a huge Zelda fan. I played every single Zelda game, and I'm not even kidding. Literally every single one. So there's no way I'm going to skip this game, even though, and this is the controversy, the game is $70. Holy shit, Nintendo. Why would you do this? I don't understand. Now, I know there's a lot of debate online. I see some people are defending this, which, personally, I don't really see how you could defend it. I think it's bullshit that Sony is charging $70 for their games. But I'm not going to get into that whole discussion in this video. Maybe I'll do a separate video where I focus on it. But personally, no. I don't think they should be charging $70 for this game. It's built on the same engine as the first game. It's using all the same assets and everything else. Okay, and I get it, you know, the developers put all this work into it and all this shit. But they did all this work in the first game too, and it was a $60 game. So what the hell makes Breath of the Wild 2 any more special that I should be fronting $70 for this motherfucker? If I'm being honest. But whatever. I know everybody has different opinions on it. Personally, I don't agree with it. Now, if you pre-ordered the game before they did this price announcement, you pre-ordered it at $60. My pre-order for the game is at $60. So, you know, it is what it is. My copy is going to be $60, but someone else, they're apparently going to have to pay $70. I know you can use the vouchers or whatever, but that's neither here nor there. I think it's ridiculous. Now, Nintendo has already come out and said that they're not going to do this on the regular for all of their franchises, but let's be honest here. We know how they're going to do this shit. The big franchises, Mario, Zelda, you know, who knows, maybe even fuck Metroid. I'm sure Metroid Prime 4. All these games from now on will probably end up being $70. And, I don't know, in my opinion, it's kind of horseshit. The thing is, the other reason why I don't care for it is because it's still on the Switch. This isn't the next console. This isn't, you know, Switch Pro, Switch 2, or whatever the hell you want to call it. It's regular Nintendo Switch. Midway through the generation now, they're tacking on extra money onto their games. And they're doing this for no other reason aside from the fact that they can, because they want that money. It's the classic Nintendo greed, and that really does get to me. I personally don't care for that. Does the game look good? Yeah, it does. I mean, there are little nitpicks that I have for it from what I see from the trailers, but generally, it does look like a good game and I am very excited for it. But I don't agree with the pricing. And with the base game being $70, I absolutely shudder to think what the special edition is. I don't even want to think about that. But anyway, what did you enjoy about the Nintendo Direct? I'm sure there are games that I didn't mention here that you were excited about. Why don't you let me know down in the comments below? If this is your first time watching any of my content and you enjoy it, feel free to subscribe. I put out videos whenever I can. My upload schedule is wild, and it's very inconsistent, but I will always upload videos, just know that. No matter how long the gap of time may be, I will always be making videos because I enjoy this. It's obviously just a hobby, but, you know, I really like it. So, yeah, if you want to see more content, feel free to subscribe. Of course, like the video because that really helps the channel, and also ring the bell if you do subscribe so that way you get to see when I actually do decide to upload a video. You can watch it. Do you like Discord chats? Do you want to be in the most exclusive Discord chat in the world? And I mean so exclusive that there's literally only like 6 people that talk in it. Join my Discord chat. It's great. We have over 100 members, and about 6 or 7 of us actually converse in there. It's a small community, but it's a lot of fun. If you want to join in and you want to be that 8th person to talk in the Discord chat, feel free to do it. I'll have a link down in the description below. And you can join what I'm starting to refer to as the Joe Inner Circle. It's a lot of fun. It's great. Of course, at the end of all my videos, I always like to thank everybody who subscribes to me, everybody who's watching all my stuff. I know there's quite a few of you out there who are longtime subscribers, and I have absolutely nothing but all the gratitude and love for you. Honestly, thank you so much for subscribing and watching my content and for sticking with me despite the fact that I do go on these long periods where I can't upload because life gets in the way. And unfortunately, YouTube is not my job. I would love it if it was, but it isn't. So thank you so much for sticking around. I really do appreciate it, and I will try to be uploading more in 2023. We'll see. Don't hold me to it. Okay, that's all I'm saying, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try. But you know what, honestly? Just join my Discord chat and harass my ass into making new videos, and then maybe it'll happen, you know? So, do that. Anyway, I've gone on long enough. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next one.